And we are live, guys.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy Hump Day.
Yes. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you guys having an awesome week. We are halfway there. Let's clap
Yes,
it up for
sir.
that. For sure. We got people chiming in. Gonna give people some time, Jimmy, to fall in here, man.
Yeah, definitely give everybody a few minutes to channel in and come rock with us.
Absolutely. The people who are in, guys, let us know where you checking in from. Shout out to you. All right. And if I can't see it on the thing, the Facebook thing. Sometimes don't it'll say Facebook user, so
Hmm.
you can type your name in the chat. I'll definitely shout you out. Let
Definitely.
me get in here and let everybody know what's going on. We are here, guys. If you can hear us and see us well, give me a one in the chat. Let us know. We are,
Let us know something.
yeah, man.
Everybody, happy Hump Day.
Yeah. Me going to these groups and send these notifications.
Go for it, sir. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I know out this way in Chicago, we call a little mini heat wave, so to speak. We had like, even though it's only like 35 degrees, it's like literally a 50-degree swing.
My dog said heat wave. Well, I'll take it.
Bro, it
I
was so
feel you.
cold last week. Man, it was fucking our cars up. Hey, it was bad.
Meanwhile, on the coast, I was just looking outside to see is it gonna rain today?
Right.
Clouds looking a little thick there, you know. But it was a nice day, man. Beautiful, beautiful,
That's what's up.
beautiful.
That is what's up,
Yes,
sir.
yes. So guys, okay, I'm in the wrong chat. Look at this, guys. It's Wednesday. Excuse me.
Hey
I'm in
man,
the
it's been one of those
wrong,
days for me too, man. Mine just been
wrong
all
damn
over.
chat.
Like
Look
I'm
at me,
supposed to be doing something right now, and shit's
just doing the most, but not doing nothing. All right,
man, for
guys, we
real.
got a special one today. It is your boy Coach Burkett with my co-host Coach Jimmy, aka Drake. I ain't gonna never let that go. But now you know what we do, guys. We empower your financial future, and how we do that is, man, we keep it real with you, you know. And we got a great show today. We got a good topic, and our topic is, if you have not read the title, we are talking about creating and how to set financial boundaries with others. Others meaning
Yes,
family, others can be friends, others can be co-workers. I mean, because guys, let's face it, money intertwines in relationships, no matter what type of relationships they are. Usually it's some type of money that's going to be exchanged back and forth. So we just going to give you a couple gems to help you deal with this task, because it could be daunting. Am I right,
oh,
Jimmy?
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because for some reason, when you get bread, when you get money,
Yeah.
people close to you feel entitled to your bank account for some reason. All of a sudden, and it's such a strange sort of dynamic. But every millionaire I know has dealt with that.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things that it's one of those uncomfortable conversations sometimes, right? That you have to have, and it takes, you know, the stigma is that it takes a stern attitude or a stern personality to get that accomplished. When that's not really the case, it just really takes a plan and you being intentional with what you want to do, right? We're gonna say that
Facts.
word a lot, you know, because you have to be intentional. That will empower you for your financial future, right? Because you have the control. Okay. So let's dive right into it, Jimmy. Like how I'm somebody who has, I don't have a lot of money, but I have more money than, you know, not having money. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this can come on different scales. Like, you know, it's one of those things. I was talking to somebody and it was like, yeah, man, I just want them to sign for me a car. I'm like, that's a big fucking
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
Like, you told me you just want them to sign for you a car. Like, do you
Exactly.
know that they're financially responsible? That's what they're saying. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm giving you the boost because that's what you're thinking when you want it, but that's a big responsibility. So let's give the people some tactics, some practices they can use to help better this.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, you want to take good notes because before we dive into the gems, I was listening to my Chicago people know the Doug Banks show. You know, famous
Doug Bank,
DJ
yeah, yeah,
Doug Banks, legend years ago. You know, rest in peace, Doug Banks. But
yeah.
he had a financial planner on the show one time, and he asked him, he's like, "What's the number one reason why people go broke?" And the answer actually shocked me because it wasn't buying cars, it wasn't like blowing money in the club, like the stuff that you hear about, like how people waste money. He said the number one way people go broke is helping their family. He's like, your
Oh yeah, I agree with
family, families are the number one reason why people who have some money wind up going broke. And it was crazy when he said that, but when he broke it down, it's kind of exactly what we talked about, not having those financial boundaries, feeling the need to put everybody on to help out, be that person. And then when,
yeah,
a challenge happened or, they weren't getting the bread like they used to, or maybe they overstretched themselves. Well, guess what? Your bank account, their bank account's gone, and then people leeching off somebody else now. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So definitely take good notes on that. That's always stuck with me ever since I heard that on the radio, probably about 10 years ago. So the first tip, guys, and it actually goes back to we talked about with saving, is one, you have to know your numbers. And the reason you have to know your numbers is because then you know how much you can help without overextending yourself. It's going back to having a
That's
plan.
big.
If
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know your
big.
numbers and you just willingly cutting somebody a check like here's $100 for this or 500 for this. Oh, let me help you out with this bill, and money's going out, but you don't know how much is going out versus what's coming in.
Right.
It's no different than you just recklessly spending at the club, buying Jordans and things like that. So
It's actually worse because at least if you at the club buying Jordans and shit like that, you got the Jordans and you got the club
right,
experience. This you
right. You
just
got
got
a
the
little
experience
memories,
of
right?
handing over. I'm on my bad.
No, you good. No, you're
Yeah,
absolutely
like
right. Because when
you
you give
know,
that to them, think
yeah.
about how many times you lent money to people and they didn't use it on what they asked for. You see them with the new Jordans, right? The rims on the car look a little different. Like, wait a second, I thought I thought your lights about to get cut off.
Real talk. Yeah, man.
I've
Yeah,
heard these stories, guys. So
yeah.
it's really important. But first things first, you got to know your numbers so you know what you're comfortable with lending out. And it's kind of
Mhm.
like investing, right? We always say don't invest money that you can't afford to lose. It's the same thing when lending out money. Don't lend money out that you can't afford to lose because there's a good chance you're not gonna get that money back. That's just
Yeah.
that's just how
I
it is.
mean, that's my mom. My mom taught me that lesson a long time ago. She said when you lending out money, lend it out and don't expect it back. Don't count it until you have it, right? So I'm like, man, is that like, and as you get more experiences and start to see what's going on, and I understand it wholeheartedly now, right?
Oh yeah,
So we and a lot of that goes to Jimmy. I mean, this the basis of it, right, bro? We got to learn how to say no.
yeah. That was the second one. As simple as it sounds, you
You
have to be
know,
okay with saying no.
it's and I used to be one of those people, right? I didn't want to say no,
Mhm.
right? I don't know what it is, but you kind of feel guilty a little bit, right? Because you like I could do it, and I could help this person, but you're not thinking about yourself, right? And it's not even being selfish or anything like that. It's just I always revert back to when you're on the airplane, you got to put your mask on first. You got to understand your role. Like if you're the breadwinner, if you're the person that's you know going to essentially help and be a resource to other people, you have to be strong. Your foundation has to be strong. You have to know when to push and when to pull, right? So, saying no is big and it's not easy, but I promise you, it's like everything else. The more you do it, the easier it becomes,
Yep.
right? And again, it goes back to being intentional. But yeah, Jimmy, so I knew that was on your list. I just want to bring that to the forefront because I know that's the thing, right? So now it becomes, how do we say no? How do we get to the point where we can tell our big sister the one who knows us, who knows how to push the button and pull this string in us to make us do or feel, how we need to feel to get them to do what we need them to do. So that's, those are some practices and stuff like that. Got a couple comments here. Got the what's up, fellas? What's
What
going
up?
on?
What's going on?
Appreciate you guys. Like, share this video, please, please, please. Appreciate the support. See, I got the witness shirt on. Shout out to LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron.
Jordan's still number one, but LeBron did do what he did. So, kudos to him.
He did his thing.
Yes.
See, I got LeBron in the background. Jordan and Kobe.
Yeah. So, is this about mobile homes specifically, right? No, this is not specifically about mobile homes. It's about everything. We covered mobile homes last week. So if you want to know about mobile homes, please subscribe to the channel. Go check out the video from last week, okay? But we talk about mobile homes investing, but today specifically, we are talking about creating healthy boundaries with others as far as your finances, right? Basically learn how to say no and get these people out your pocket, because how can your money multiply and grow if you're steady giving it out? And this is not counted money that's going out, right? A lot of times it's that phone call, that text message, that email, or, that family member or friend, whatever, coming over like, hey, can I, will you, are you able to? So, yeah. Big Phil and Jim dropping gems. Jim dropping Jimmy for sure. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
I ain't been called Big Phil in a minute. I love it though. Always Big Phil. Yeah, man. So we gotta say no, right? So now we tell it, we saying no. How do we say no, Jimmy? How do we build up that confidence, that courage, or that wit, right? To be able to tell and be intentional about our actions and tell these people who we don't want to tell no.
That's definitely easier said than done. And a lot of it's based on context and your depth of the relationship with the person. But honestly, the simplest way to do it is you have to tell yourself it's okay to say no and not have to explain yourself why. That's the biggest thing. A lot of times when we feel guilty, we feel the need to have to say no. Oh, well, I can't do it because, I got these bills, or, business was slow this month. You feel like you need to explain yourself. Like, honestly, no. Like, sorry, I can't help you.
Straight like
and
that.
That's it. And if that's a person that truly respects you and respects your relationship, they'll be okay with that. If they start acting funny and, looking at you all side-eyed, now you have to start to question, like, well, do they really value our relationship or what they thought I can do for them?
And that's the thing too, guys. Like, I don't know what's going on or what happened, but when did saying no, having a disagreement, necessarily mean that you and that person don't like each other, or that you and that person aren't friends anymore, or that you guys are into it or ops or whatever you want to call it, just because you have a disagreement or just because you tell them no? Exactly. Man, we gotta fix that, because the truth of the matter is we're all going to be told no, and we're all going to tell somebody no. So, I mean, why do we take things so personal and so literal and just take it to the next level where you will throw away, what, 10, I done seen 20 years of friendship, man.
Me too.
Over the word no.
Families divided.
Like, families don't even, man, brother.
Man, what you mean no?
Crazy.
How many backyard barbecue brawls don't happen because of that? Like, it's crazy.
Man, stabbings. I done seen some stuff, man. People shoot his brother over a sandwich. Talk about that note. But yeah, Gina, how you doing?
Gina.
How to say no like this? No.
Yep.
Very well said, Gina. I agree.
No.
Right. Exactly. Period, Pooh. I agree.
That's right.
I agree. And with that, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys opportunity again to grab that free mobile home course. But
somebody just asked about mobile homes too.
They did ask about mobile homes, so that's why I'm gonna put it up again, because I see, we getting out there and people want to learn the mobile home game, And who better to teach you than Coach Burkett? Because what
Facts.
we do, Jimmy, we gonna empower your financial future,
That's
and
right.
getting a cash producing asset like mobile homes is a great way to do it. Shout out
Yeah.
to everybody who took advantage of this and got their free mobile home course. I emailed them out myself personally, so shout out to you for taking advantage. I love people who take advantage of opportunities. So we got another opportunity here on the screen, guys. Visit birdcatfirstclass.com, fill out the information box, and type save money in that box, and you will get a free mobile home course, as
Get
well
that
as
course,
get
guys.
added to our email list and things like that. I'm sorry, Jimmy, I didn't mean to cut you off, good brother.
No, no, I'm just encouraging the good people that take advantage of, getting that free course. Yes, free. 10
Absolutely
steps
free.
on how to take a mobile home and turn it into a cash flowing asset. And guys, what's coming up right now? Tax season. Don't you want to take that money, flip it into an asset that's going to keep paying you mailbox money?
Absolutely, guys.
So take
It's
advantage.
it's the season. I'm on pace, on schedule anyway, to have 2 mobile homes paid off this tax season. So that's
Nice.
2 lump sum payments, and that's right on time. I've never had a payday that was not on time. So, guys, take advantage of these mobile home games. I don't care where you at. You need to start doing some information seeking, right? Start asking questions. Start getting around like-minded people, things like that. Okay, go to birdcatfirstclass.com. All right, fill out the information, name. I almost said date. I'm thinking of my, but name, email, things like that. And in the comment box, just type save money. And just like that, you got a free mobile home course, guys. And it's a nice course. Like I've got great feedback on the course. That we drop more gems in that course, Jimmy, than some people got for paid
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
content. So
Facts.
guys, take advantage. All right. Again, go to birdcatfirstclass.com, take advantage, and that's what it is, guys. All right. Cool, cool. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Actually, let me take that off because I don't want that to, you know, that's only for the people who taking advantage of it.
The action
All right.
takers.
Yeah, action takers, things like that. Yeah. So, guys, we back again. It's myself, your host, Mr. Coach Burkett, with my co-host, Coach Jimmy. All right. My dog, Jimmy, is man, he's just awesome. I love Jimmy, Coach Carter. Just don't call him Collect.
Don't call me collect.
Do people still call people Collect? Do that
Oh
still
man, that's good.
I'm gonna answer that next week. I'll let you
That's a good
guys know
question.
if
Right.
people still calling people Collect. I think it's like Collect email now. But nevertheless, back to the topic, guys. We are letting you guys know how to set healthy financial boundaries with people. All right, and we got into the art, the aspect of saying no. All right, and our viewers chimed in and gave us a great example of how to say no. Say, hey, this is how you say no. Listening? No.
No.
Right, right. And then Jimmy came with Jules and said, hey, don't feel bad about it. Right? You don't have to be a jerk about it, but you could just say, "Hey, no," without an explanation, right? Without a story about Mo, Dick, Tom, and Larry. All right, just no, and that's what it is, and people have to accept it. All right, and don't feel guilty about it, and that goes for me. I'm the guy that feels guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Me too.
they really needed it. And I'm saying like, man, I might even double back and give it to him after I said no. Just to keep it 100, keep it funky. I do that, right? So then, like you said, when you do that, you see them, they got the new J's on, and that's they got, you know what I'm saying, a new car. Shit, they out eating nice restaurants, and you got the ramen noodles on the stove, because you don't get them your.
Yep.
And so we can't feel guilty, and part of that too is, I think, Jimmy, if we know our limits, right? as far as what do we want to lend out, like what we comfortable with lending out. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like I said in the beginning, we opened the show, people talking about they want a damn cosign and all this. Some people ask you for a lot of money, man, a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
money, and essentially they don't know. Asking to be a cosigner, it's like asking for the amount of that car.
Right.
You on the hook for it, you know, straight up. So it's just one of those things, man. You know, and hold on, we got a comment. Say if you can't say no, you will get hustle out of your pockets every day.
Man.
And unfortunately, that happens way too often. And that's why we're here to empower you, because that's part of empowering your financial future is setting healthy boundaries. And the key word is healthy. Okay. We don't have to, like we talking about, feel bad about it, right? We don't have to necessarily be snotty about it. All right. We don't have to even argue, even go back and forth. I got that on my you dig too. Like, look, we ain't gonna argue about my money.
Right.
You know, because I know people who will do that too. Like they'll argue with you, man. Like, man, you got it. I know that you just got paid, or you just got this checking, or you know, you get your check on this. Like,
right. They count your money. Like, whoa.
All the time, good brother. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like, look, man, no. Simple as that. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I ain't gotta explain to you what's going on. It's no. You know, and you just gotta definitely be able to set those healthy boundaries for sure.
You got to, because if you don't, you know, you can mess around and get yourself in a hole that's very hard to dig yourself out of. I've done it. I'm still digging my way out of some.
And for the viewers,
just because I wasn't strong enough to say no. And that's how I learned about really setting these boundaries, even with people close to you.
Straight up.
Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to dig yourself out if it goes left, if whatever you agreed to, you know, didn't go right, because you thought you were helping, you thought you were doing the right thing, you thought you were close with this person, and it goes left. Well, now it's on you. It's your responsibility.
Yep.
And they just you know, scot-free.
Skate.
I'm telling you guys, like, I learned this the hard way.
Man, I mean, and we both have, Jimmy. Like, you know, we talking about this, and you know, along with our viewers too, and that's because this is experience, man. Like, you know, since I've been better with that, I have more money, I have more resources, right? Exactly. I got more time, so it's very important, you know, to have those boundaries. Let's get to a couple comments. Say if you can't say no, you get hustled. Right. You either hustled or be broke.
Or be broke. Right.
That's right.
Max.
Ain't no LOL. I mean, I hear you, but that's real. That's real stuff right there. So we got to just make sure that we are being intentional again, being intentional about what we want to accomplish with our finances. All right. And this is something that I found helpful too, Jimmy, and you know, you could chime in if you experience this too. What I do now, right, to help myself, because I was the guilty person. That was me. I was one that's feeling guilty, feeling bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now I offer I offer other ways for them to get money, alternatives, right? Yeah. And I feel like if you don't want to listen or go through that, you don't want the money.
Right. You don't want it.
If you want it, it's easy just for me to give it to you. Just literally reach in my pocket or send you a Cash App or Zelle, whatever the case may be, after I've given you a way to get access to that capital or a resource to get access to that. Now I feel like you're just trying to play me.
Right.
You know? And so that's what I do now. I offer alternatives. I offer you another way to get the money that you looking for. Now it might not come in one day. You know, a lot of times that's what people want, right? Hey, I need to borrow $500 in 5 minutes, and I give it back to you in 2 years.
Right.
It's probably, you know, not the case. My boy Queese, man. Shout out to Queese Cole.
Queese, my dog.
My dog. he said, he always say, "Well, what you would do if I wasn't here, if I wasn't around? Like, how would you
That's a quiz
survive
question
then?"
right there.
Straight up, and that shit hit me like, you know what? He right. Shit. What would you do
Real though.
if you know what I'm saying? If I like really didn't have it, or was really out here like whatever. What would you do? You would figure that shit out, like we all do. So go
Yep.
figure it out. And the more to the story, guys, more times than not, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
It always works out. Now if it's something big, something deep like that, then they'll be willing to go through the hoops. If somebody need to say their house, or God forbid, some type of medical thing, or get somebody, bring somebody home or something like that, you make it happen. But a lot of times they just want to reach in their pocket. I'm sorry, they want you to reach in your pocket, hand them the money, and then put it in their pocket. And then the payback, that's a whole nother. We don't have time for that, because people, they don't want to pay you back. Like, I've seen that firsthand. People for some reason don't want to pay money back. Like,
they get
everything. They say, "Hey
offended when
man,
you
let me
ask
borrow."
for it.
How would you say?
They get offended when you ask for it.
Bro, they make you ask for it. What type of shit is that? Why I gotta ask you for it? You told me, hey, when I get my taxes, hey, when I get my check, hey, when such and such get home, or whatever the case may be, I got you. That happens. Now I'm just like, oh, I feel awkward. No, we're not even about to be in that situation. Learned it too. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen too much, man. So, yeah, Jimmy, that's. Say they get mad when you asking for it. What Mike Epps say? Man, take the little funky $5, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's guys. We have to be more intentional, right? And really start to be direct. Be direct. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't feel bad. Beat around the bush. Don't explain yourself, right? Be direct. Like Gina say, no. Period. Period.
Straight facts.
Period. Yep. Yep. And if you and it's not easy, guys. So if you slip up, don't feel like, oh man, the plan is abort. Nah, I'm weak or nothing like that. Nah, try it again, guys. Get with some supportive people. Get in a community, right? Get with like-minded people. That's again the Tribe Called Wealth, guys. TCW. Check us out. Get with us, because support is power in numbers, right? You look at the fingers; they pretty fragile by themselves, but you put them together in this fist, it's a whole different. It's power in numbers. So get with like-minded people who can support you, can help you, right? And go from there.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Absolutely. And just
Go
a
ahead,
little
Jim.
mindset. I would say a little mindset, Jim, guys, real quick. It's normal to have those feelings. Like if you say no, you feel some type of way. If you feel a little guilt, feel a little shame. If you feel, just not normal, like your state changed, guys, we're human. Don't suppress the feelings. Let it process. When we say don't feel bad about it, what we're saying is don't go beating yourself up, like, calling yourself a bad person, or, kind of just start down talking yourself through it. Just let those feelings process. That's a normal thing. That's when real. A confrontation happens. That's just how we're wired. We're all like that. There's nobody except a sociopath who's immune to that. So just know that it's a normal feeling when you say no to feel some type of way. Just let it process. Just let it process. Don't necessarily fight. Don't try to suppress. Just feel what you feel. Go,
Yep.
Have you some you time, some downtime. Those feelings will go away.
Yep. Well said, man. Well said. Hold on. I got guys on my job. I lend $3 and they play dumbfounded. Hey, $3, a cheap lesson to get them out your life, right?
Right.
Get them out your
exactly.
life. Well said. Let them hang themselves. Perfectly
Yep.
said. So I guess I'm a sociopath because Jimmy says. But nah, guys, that's all we got this week. Tune in to us next week where we're going to talk about identifying unhealthy habits and developing healthy alternatives for those habits. All right. So, guys, appreciate you checking in with myself and Coach Jimmy. Check in next week, guys. We are back same time every Wednesday. Check us out. Have a good day.
Have a
Peace.
good one.